how horrible the VA medical system is for the people that went over and sacrificed limbs and lives and their PTSD and all this over in foreign battlefields fighting for you and for me, and they're getting second-hand, third-hand treatment, and we're giving these people who who made it and got lucky across the border, giving them preferential treatment over people who are laying down their lives and their mental health.
Willie D. Live.
And Trump couldn't say anything.
And Trump was just like, you know how older people look when they get old, and when people get old and they just don't have a lot to say, but they be just thinking a lot. They be thinking. That's what Trump looked like he was doing. He was like, I ain't gonna say nothing to this little mug. Yeah. But yeah, that happened. Like, these are things that I never thought that I'd see. Well, what do you think about Trump's language? You know, like, I hear y'all be talking about how y'all like Trump because he says what he means, right? Mm-hmm. You know, he says how he feels. You know, he tell it like it is.
Right. What do you mean, you people?
Well, you know, you trumpets, you know, MAGA.
Right. Yeah.
Like, my sister, my oldest sister, in fact, both of my sisters, they tell it like it is. Mm-hmm. Whatever's on their mind, they will tell you. They are totally unafraid and unapologetic. They tell you exactly how they feel. But I wouldn't vote for him to run the country. Right, yeah. You know, so I don't understand that argument when people say, well, Trump says what he feels. Trump says exactly what he's thinking. I don't think that's a good enough reason to say, I want this guy to be president. It has to be more to it.
Well, for me, we heard these people say, I've heard people say they'll get up there in front of the microphone and just lie straight to the American people's face. They make it, you know, whoever it is, get up there and make it sound real good. And we're absolutely not doing this. And then they turn around and do exactly what they said they weren't going to do.
Well, that's what Trump just did with the Mexicans.
What did he do? He said he was going to remove all the criminal aliens that were illegally in America, and then he did it, right? No,
he said that he was going to make the country a united country, and it was all about protecting the people who are already here. The people that was already here, that's why a lot of them felt safe.
Right.
But he was kind of double talking, though, because he was saying, like, I'm going to shut these borders. I'm going to tighten up on the borders. And next thing you know, he gets in office and ICE is like, people are hearing about ICE for the first time. Like, you know, obviously I've been knowing about ICE, but a lot of people are hearing about ICE, and they're going in, they're snatching mamas and daughters and husbands out of the homes, and they're deporting them. What I want to know is, how is he going to keep that promise to you guys who voted for him? How will he keep the promise to deport all of those immigrants? Like, America has over 20 million immigrants.
Right.
How is he going to deport all of those immigrants who are here illegally? That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
We have over 20 million immigrants here illegally. How can he do that?
Well, I mean, here's my thing is I don't know how he can do that. What I will say is that as an American citizen, I think that we should be prioritizing American citizens, because it would be one thing if people came here illegally and then they were not dependent on the government. But you had people coming here, and we're giving them taxpayer dollars. We're putting them up in hotel rooms in New York, and the taxpayers are paying for it. Now, if they're paying their own way and they're working and they're serving in the communities and they're contributing and paying taxes, then I could accept that more so. But they're using our hospitals, not paying the bills, and who absorbs that? The American citizens absorb those costs of operating for those hospitals, and we're paying taxpayer dollars or Medicaid or whatever it is, whatever services that they're receiving from the federal government is coming at your expense and at mine. And so I don't have a problem with them making a way for them to become citizens, but I think there is already a process for that. Now, if he is intent on deporting those people, I would say deport them as a family, but I would also say that, you know, he owes it as an elected official to serve the American people first. Anybody outside of that, he owes zero allegiance to. They may be here in America, but that doesn't make them an American citizen. And I have respect and love for the work ethic of a lot of those people that come here and want the best for them and their families, but there is a legal process that they have to go through. And do we need to reform that? Probably we do. We probably need to work on the immigration system. But just because you made it across the border and didn't get caught and got here and got established, it was bad fruit from the beginning because you knew it was illegal. So I think while I'm sympathetic to their plight, I think we have to focus on, because I think about all the homeless people. You know, we see them out here in Houston. You see them, plenty of homeless people that need help, that could use temporary housing or those hotel rooms or those gift cards that they were given to all the illegal immigrants. Why don't we give it to our people? Think about all the veterans. Think about all the VA and how horrible the VA medical system is for the people that went over and sacrificed limbs and lives and their PTSD and all this over in foreign battlefields fighting for you and for me. And they're getting second-hand, third-hand treatment. And we're giving these people who made it and got lucky across the border, giving them preferential treatment over people who are laying down their lives and their mental health and their limbs. And we're giving these people preferential treatment. So I just don't agree with that. And what if we took all the money that we're giving these illegal immigrants and we invested it in the prison system or whatever it is? You could name any number of needs under the sun that the American people have. And I believe we have to focus on prioritizing citizens first, because citizenship is the foundation of this country. And I don't feel like, from my experience, that it's been prioritized enough, and people, it's been undermined and whittled away, and we're born into debt pretty much now. So I think we've got to focus on serving the Americans. That's what the government is for, to serve the citizenry, not foreigners. So.
Man, you know something, man? I'm sitting here thinking, as I'm listening to you talk, and you're not a typical Trump supporter that we hear on the sound bites. Right. Because typically you hear Mac, kill, yeah, and so I think that somebody like you could be a great conduit for the Republican Party to bring in other people and get them to understand the message better, but also help get rid of the degenerates that are in your party. It'll take somebody like you to help get the message across. And I do believe that it would behoove Trump or whatever Republican organization that's out there that looks for people like you to make you a surrogate, for Trump or for the Republican Party, because you perfectly articulates the message, without sounding like hate.
Right.
You know what I mean?